What is happening y'all? Jay here, and in this Black Myth Wukong video, we are taking on one of 3 hardest bosses in Wukong, Yellow Loong. And in this installment of As Easy as Cheese Boss Guide, I'm going to show you a trick which is going to make this fight so much easier. So ready? Let's go! So as soon as you enter the arena, he's gonna charge at you. So roll, wait for it, roll again. Next up, we have another 2-hit combo where he lifts his right leg to do a flip, roll, and again roll and get some good hits in. Okay, so when he brings his sword down like that, 3 hits, roll, roll, slight pause, roll. Next up, we have him thrusting his sword at you. It's a 3-hit combo where he ends with a 360-degree swipe. This is another combo in the first phase where he does 2 swipes followed by a delayed lunge, roll. And after every combo that I showed you, you can get some good hits in. Now remember the trick that I told you about? This is it. If you create a good distance between yourself and Loong, he will always, and I mean always, do a charge attack, roll and roll, hit him. Okay, you know this. Brings his sword down from the right, roll and roll into him. Okay, so when you see him light up like that, he's gonna charge at you, roll. Now, the best way I think to avoid these charge attacks is to run towards him and roll. And the reason I do this is cause he dives from a higher plane, which basically means he will fly over you if you're close to him. Okay, let's try that trick. Create the distance and let's wait for him to charge. Roll and roll, get some damage in and roll back quick. You don't want to test your reflexes to see what move he does next. This is a good time to get a heavy attack done, and that's the pillar stance attack in my case. Once again, create distance and just see him do the same move over and over again. Okay, why not? Let's do this one more time. But you can do this only in phase 1 of the fight, cause in phase 2 he upgrades the same move, but again you can easily dodge that too, and I will show you how to do that in a bit. Okay, so you know this. Raises his right leg, does a flip, roll, another flip, roll. Okay, at this point he enters phase 2, and I'm going to show you our bread and butter move again, but this time the upgraded version. Roll, roll, you knew this. After a brief second, roll thrice, let him bounce off the floor, roll, get some good damage in, and I mean, if you manage to learn this move, you will literally play with this boss. Okay, this is the same attack from phase 1, and as before, you wanna run towards him and roll as he charges at you. He will mostly fly over you without a scratch on you. Okay, so this move is modified too. Roll and wait for the flip, roll. But now he will fly up and charge at you, roll. Again, same move from earlier, 1, 2 and 3. And now we have 4 and 5. So you want to roll back both times. Next up, our bread and butter move, roll, roll again, roll thrice, and final roll. At this point though, I do get a little cornered, so I use the cloud step to just get out of the situation. I mean, this arena is quite restricted and he has big arching moves, so you wanna use the cloud step whenever you get cornered. Okay, create distance. We are going to try and trigger the same move, and you might have to wait it out a little, but yeah, he is surely gonna do it. There you go. You learn this move and half the battle is won right there. Mr. Loong here is doing this the 10th time, you know this. Roll 1, see him jump off to the distance, roll 3. Again, let's see if we can trigger the charge attack one more time. Yes, we can. So roll 1, roll twice, roll thrice and wait for it, roll 1 final time. Okay, you know this charge yourself with lightning attack is the same from earlier, where you wanna run into him every time he readies himself for a dive bomb. It's no biggie actually. I know some people use the cloud step here, but it's really a waste of mana. So that's the first time we use the immobilize. I really feel you should get his health down to half before you start using the spells. Okay, this right here, what you're seeing is the hardest combo yet. I think it's a 6 or 7 hit combo, so let's go through it. He starts off by thrusting his staff from the back end to then do an overhead slam, followed by a 360 and an AoE explosion, so you always want to roll out. But we are not done yet. He then lunges forward twice before doing another 360 and an AoE attack. You always, and I mean always, want to roll back. Okay, so before I knew it, he started our favorite charge attack, but it's upgraded even further. All this is normal, but we have 2 new add-ons, Overhead Slam 360 and Overhead Slam. Time to step back again and wait for the charge. Come on, let's go. Roll, 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 bounce off the floor, roll, roll, and final roll. The most dangerous move that we have already spoken about. Backhand thrust, overhead slam, 360-degree swing, AoE explosion, 2 more lunges, ends his stupid combo with an AoE explosion. At this point, I immobilize him. I mean, I have a lot of mana left, so got some more damage in. My suggestion would be to save up on spells for phase 3, cause it's here when it gets really crazy. Okay, it's the charge attack, but remember, it's upgraded now. We have done this dance many times before, so you know what to expect. But don't forget the 2 new moves. Roll and roll. Get some more counter attack moves done, and at this point I use the Wind Tamer. Once again, create distance. You see how easy this fight gets if we keep triggering this move. But this time he doesn't do the final 2 moves, so you gotta watch out. He may or may not do it. So we are basically now in rinse and repeat mode. You know exactly what to do. I mean, this boss is no joke, but you can make your life much easier with these quirks. Like here, you wanna run towards him before he lunges. Now remember, this is phase 3, so he dives bomb you as before, but jumps up again and dives bomb 2 more times. This boss is all about rhythm. If you can catch the boss's rhythm, this boss can be tamed quite easily. Okay, now he does the 2 new end moves. So you basically gotta wait it out before you counterattack. This point I mentioned earlier too, save up your spells for this phase. I mean, most of the players are gonna die in this phase. So having a cloud step to get out of this crazy combo or just to immobilize him from doing his crazy phase 3 moves is gold dust. So anyways, he's again busy doing his most crazy attack, which ends with an AoE explosion, so you always wanna backtrack to that, always. You don't wanna roll into him. Once he's done with that, you wanna take a breather, so stay back and let him do our favorite move. Now, we are quite close to the end, but this guy does have an insane health pool. He really tests your patience. Now, before we close the fight, lucky for us, he does that one move he didn't the entire fight. So here it is. He lunges his staff at you and dashes towards with 2 swipes, followed by a 360 spin to then go invisible and lunge at you. Bam. So that's about it. There are no more moves to talk about. At this point, I immobilize him and get some more hits on him. And then he repeats some of his old moves before we finally finish him off. So yeah, now I want to hear from you. Was this guide helpful? Comment below and let me know. And if you like what you see and you want to see more, a like and a sub would be simply lovely.